So, you like jumping around, huh? What's up, guys? Welcome to Workout Wednesday. Today, we're talking about plyometrics, something that not everyone uses in their workouts, but especially if you're into sports and sports training, this one's for you. When to use plyometrics in your training, and most importantly, what time frame you should put it in to get the most out of it and the least risk of injury. Let's hop right into it. So, we're looking at this chart right here. The two things you want to think of when you're putting exercises into your routine are the impact they have on your joints and ligaments and the time you've already invested into the workout. So as you can see here, time stretching from the 10 to 20 minute mark, 30 to 45 minute mark, and 60 minutes plus. And up here you can see we've got low impact to high impact. So at the beginning of your workouts is when you want to include the highest impact kinds of exercises in the first 10 to 20 minutes. Now, this is of course assuming that you've done a dynamic warm-up, your body's ready to go. We're not including that. This is once we start the working sets. You should have already included 15 to 20 minutes of warm-up so your body's primed and ready for the most intense part of the workout, which comes right here. Now, you don't want to start cold with the most intense part of the workout. That's why the warm-up is so important. But now that we're into it, we're going to hit the highest impact first, because for plyometric, especially quick foot drills, agility, power plyometrics, all of these are only going to get optimal results when you're performing at your peak output. So you don't want to take anything away from that yet. You don't want to be fatigued. You don't want to train under that kind of fatigue in a normal basis. First of all, it opens you up to a ton of injuries, and second of all, the muscle isn't primed anymore for its power output, so you're not technically challenging that aspect of it to its full capacity. So put your plyometrics in this first part. Save the second part for heavy compound lifts, Olympic lifts, and even heavier isolation lifts. And then save the last 45 to 60 minutes plus for your lightweight work, your machine work, things that are just finishing off the weak points. So if I was going to draw up a scale of how you should do it, it would look something like this. Plyometrics and running first. Now you can run at the end of your workouts too. What I mean by running is running drills, right? Sprints, agility drills, cone drills, working on footwork, that kind of running and plyometrics. You're going to want at the beginning when you can give it the most attention, you have the most energy. After that, you can move into your Olympic lifts. If you've got snatches, if you've got hang cleans, if you've got power cleans in your programming, any kind of Olympic barbell work or Olympic kettlebell dumbbell work where you're using explosive, multi-joint, cross-functional movements, you're going to want to make sure that that's next before you tire yourself out with any kind of heavy compound lifting. Following that up then, you've got your heavy compound lifting. This is where you do your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, things that are meant to really test your strength, but you're out of that kind of super explosive plyometric part of the workout. And then of course, after you've completed those, then we move into your you move into your light compound lifts. That would be your accessory work and ultimately your machine work after that. And this kind of, it ramps the body down, right? As your body, as your muscles are more and more torn up, they're more and more used, you are more susceptible to injury, right? So you want less of that impact on your joints, the less your muscle is there, right? If I could put it this way, imagine that you've got, a bunch of spaghetti strings, and when you first start bending the hard strings like this, they're fine, right? But let's say that I broke half of them, and then I started really bouncing on them. The opportunity for that to snap in half is much greater. It's the same with your muscles. Now, obviously, you're not tearing through half of your muscle with plyometrics, but the idea remains the same. If you tear the muscle first and then attack it with hard plyometrics, it's more likely for a joint or a ligament to take on the load since the muscle is already broken down and can't take on as much of the load. And the joints and ligaments can ultimately snap, tear, rupture because of that. So putting it at the beginning of the workout is going to prevent that. And it's also going to allow you to devote the most time and energy to that. So you're going to see a significant increase in that area. And if you're training for sports, that's probably one of the areas that's most important. So using the priority principle, putting it first, it's going to allow you to get the most results out of that. So guys, long story short, put your plyometrics at the beginning of your workout. Do a proper warm-up and then get right into them. All right, don't save them for the very end of your workout. Coaches who tell you, it's better to train them at the end of the workout because it's going to help you, be ready for when you're fatigued in a game, that's stupid. Don't listen to them, okay? That's bad advice and should only be used for the top athletes in the top tiers of sports who have the proper knowledge of how their body works and the years of training behind it to be able to monitor the way they plyometrically explode in a fatigue state. If you are not a top tier D1 or more level athlete, and even some D1 level athletes is probably would be bad for, if you're not someone with, you know, almost a decade of training under your belt, I would not advise putting it at the end and training it under heavy fatigue. You're just going to injure yourself. So guys, stick to that beginning part of the workout, bang out your plyometrics there and move into the rest of the workout. You're gonna see the best results and you're gonna mitigate the risk of injury to the extreme. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for more. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's nighttime and this is the best I've got, so you'll have to enjoy my cherry red face. But overall guys, subscribe for more videos. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.